Okay, so what's going on is that I took my son out for pizza today. I haven't seen him in 10 months.
Okay.
I have court orders that says I'm supposed to see him every other weekend. I haven't seen him in 10 months. His mom won't respond to phone calls. She won't return text messages. She won't communicate with me in any way, shape, or form.
Okay.
She only communicates through him.
All right, this is my sergeant. This is Sergeant Buford. Okay.
So I took him out for pizza today. We ate pizza, and I said, well, what do you want to do now? And we'll go walk around for a bit. And we were talking, and he started saying things to me that were disrespectful. And I told him, you got to start treating me with respect. Basically is what that conversation went about. And then he started to walk away, so I'm going to walk home. I said, no, get back in the truck. We're going to go do something else, or I'll take you home. And he tried to walk past me, so I stood in front of him. This guy, the meth head in that truck, pulls up and starts yelling at me.
Okay.
And I said, mind your own business, leave. He goes, well, I'm going to call the cops. I said, go ahead, call the cops. Then 2 more cars pull up, and 5 people get out, and they all start threatening me, trying to punch me and crap.
Okay.
And then the one guy told him to get in his truck. We're driving away. My son actually gets in his truck with some meth head tattoos on his face and drives off with him. So I ran, jumped in the back of the truck. The guy starts driving down the road. He had to have been going between 50 and 100. I don't know how fast he was going, but he was going really fast, and he's swerving all over the road trying to knock me out of the back of the truck.
So did your son, you're telling me your son got in the truck to get away from you?
He got in the truck. The guy told him get in the truck. So yeah, he was getting in the truck to get away from me because he didn't like what I was saying to him.
Okay.
All right, it's my son. I think I have a right to tell him, hey, you got to treat me with respect and whatnot. And I think I have a right to physically stop him from walking away from me when I'm talking to him. He's 14, I'm 42.
Okay.
All right, I didn't fucking hit him. That guy just started saying I'm hitting him and stuff. These guys made fists and started throwing punches at me.
Okay.
Okay?
And where is your son at now?
He's inside the house.
Okay.
The guy drove here because I was in the back of his truck.
Okay. So you drove in the back of the truck here?
No,
Your son was in the...
I was in the back of the truck. The guy took off with my son, started driving away. I ran and jumped in the back of his truck because I'm not going to let some stranger with tattoos on his face who just threatened me with 5 other people, and I'm trying to grab my son to get him away from those guys, and they're all standing there throwing punches at me.
Okay.
All right, they're threatening me. I'm the one who got threatened here. I'm the one who was threatened with physical violence. Okay, you guys understand that, right?
I got you.
Okay, because
so they threatened you and they clinched their fist?
Yeah, they clenched their fists and acted like, and they drew back and they started to throw a punch at me, and I got back.
Okay. So your son's at 115
Yes.
here. Okay, what's your son's name?
Addison. And keep in mind, this woman here has a history of making false allegations in court. She's got 17 CPS reports against her. She's left bruises on my son. She's taken him out of school 20 to 30 days a year, and no one's ever done anything about it.
Okay.
Okay?
So here's Sergeant Buford's going to take your information. I'm going to talk to Addison. Okay. Fortunately, there's multiple people. You see, the whole neighborhood is out concentrating on this. Okay.
I hope they tell the truth.
Well,
God.
With that many people, usually we're going to get a pretty good idea of the totality. Okay.
I hope so. Did anybody see him driving? Did you talk to anybody who saw him driving down the road all erratically with me in the back, trying to throw me out of the back of that truck? I'm trying to stop him from taking off with my son.
Okay, we'll deal with the details of the investigation. Okay.
All right.
So I'm gonna have Sergeant Buford get your information. Okay.
You have ID on you, man?
Yeah. Yeah, I was actually homeless in Arizona for 3 months because the last girlfriend I had tried to stab me to death, and they didn't want to keep her in jail afterward. That was the LA County Sheriff did that. She came back to the house and threatened me again. I took off.
That happened in California?
Yeah, that happened in California.
How did you get here?
I drove my truck. It's down.
Okay,
Still.
When did you get out of the bed of the truck?
Okay, so let me explain this again. That guy took off.
Yeah, and you
in his truck
jumped into the
with
back
my
of the
son.
truck, and he drove down Pilgrim.
Yeah.
At what point did you get out of the truck, and how did?
As soon as he stopped here, I couldn't get out before that. He was driving all over the place. He wouldn't stop.
He stopped right here in front of the house.
Yeah. I was in the back of the truck. Where else was he going to go? He just kidnapped a child, and his dad's in the back of the truck. That guy kidnapped my son. I jumped in the back of the truck. I don't know where that guy's going to take him. He's some fucking tattooed up, face tattooed meth head, starting shit with me on the side of the road, accusing me of stuff I didn't do. Well, I'm talking to my son, who's basically being very defiant, telling me he doesn't want to do it. I tell him he's 14 years old. He's just being a defiant teenager, and I've got to deal with people accusing me of hurting my son. And if I do anything to discipline him at all, I got the cops called on me at 11:30 at night for taking his electronics away. He refused to help me sand down a car. I'm talking to the LA County Sheriff's Department at 11:30 at night. And he's over there trying to convince them that I'm abusing him. I have the video on my phone. Well, not this phone, the other phone. God damn it. Oh, lost that phone. I hope I saved that video somewhere. This is very frustrating.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm talking to my
kid. Cell phone number?
It's 747-333-2292. I mean, I just got assaulted by 5 people and they kidnapped.
3 what?
2292. I just got assaulted by 5 people and they kidnapped my child. I want them in jail.
And what's your address?
Right now it is 1300 Via Rancho Parkway, Escondido, California. I drove 5 hours to come here to see my son.
1300 what?
1300 Via Rancho Parkway. God.
Via Ranch what?
Rancho Parkway, Escondido, Escondido, California, 92029. I mean, this woman has left bruises on my child.
92 what?
92029. She's left bruises on my child. She's taken him out of school for no reason, 10 to 30 days a year, every school year. And nothing ever happens to her.
Via Rancho, is that VIA Rancho?
Somebody kidnaps my child, and nothing's happening about that.
How do you know nothing's happening?
Is that guy in jail? Is he in cuffs? He kidnapped my child.
How do you know he's not?
I don't know that. You're right. Sorry. I've just rattled as hell because my child just got in a car with some complete stranger, and the guy drove off with him. To get away from me.
Yeah, first of Stephen, Sam, Tom, Edward, Victor, Edward, Nora, middle of Michael, last of Gibson, George, Ida, Paul, Sam, Ocean, Nora, DLB 82278. So why would the part I'm a little confused about right now is how many cars was it that stopped?
First, a guy in a pickup truck pulled up and he started yelling
What color pickup?
I can't remember. It was like a gray or a silver or a gold, something along those lines. It's the license plate number that I sent your dispatcher. I took a picture of his license plate before he could get away, and then he peeled rubber and tore off on out of here.
But not the pickup that you were in.
The pickup that I was in the back of, that's the one that
the one that stopped first?
I believe that was the one, yes, that was the one that stopped first. And the guy gets out and starts threatening me, making his fist like he's gonna hit me. And then 2 more cars pull up, and like a total of 5 people got out of those vehicles. And they all surrounded me as we're threatening.
So you have a silver truck.
Yeah.
Would be the one that you got out of.
Yeah.
Okay, and what was another car?
I don't remember what the other cars looked like. I just can't remember. I mean, it was all happening very fast.
Okay,
I was threatened by 5 people.
Other than the silver car, how many other cars were there?
I believe 2. One of the guys who got out was older, wrinkled, had long hair. He got up in my face. There was a guy that was in that. I mean, there was 5 of these guys, and there's 1 of me, and they're taking my son.
Why would a total of 3 cars pull over?
Because they're stupid.
Well, I mean, you gotta understand here. Do you know any of these guys?
I don't know any of them. They are total strangers driving down the side of the road.
Why would 3 cars driving down the road stop all of a sudden just to intervene with you? Something's got to be going on between you and your son.
I'm not a psychologist. I can't answer that question.
Well, something's got to be going on to make.
I was standing there talking to my son. He was trying to walk past me. I stopped him from walking past me. I said, "No, we're going back to the truck."
Okay. Well, how did you stop him?
I got in front of him and stopped him. He would try to walk past me, and I stand in front of him and said, "No, we're going back to the truck." And I grabbed him and said, "Come on, we're going back to the truck like that." I mean, we're not allowed to do that. We're not allowed to stop our children from walking away from.
You weren't, man?
Well, I'm a little concerned because
Well, we're trying to figure out what the hell's going on.
I'm trying to figure out what the hell's going to happen to me for trying to stop my son from walking away from me while I'm talking to him about how he's treating me and how he's behaving at the time. It's not like I was hitting him. I didn't do anything to him. This guy just pulls up and decides he's going to be a hero today over some.
2 other cars pull up as well.
They must have been friends of his. I mean, let's look at the facts here. The guy told my son to get in a truck with him and then drives off with my son.
And your son?
My son has emotional problems. He's been depressed for over a year. He's been depressed for a lot longer than that, in fact. My son has severe emotional problems right now. because of all this crap that's going on with her. I wasn't allowed to see him on Father's Day. It's not that I have court orders that say I'm supposed to be able to see him on Father's Day. I couldn't even talk to him on the phone. The year before that, she said he didn't want to come down for Father's Day. I'm like, well, you know what? The court orders don't allow for that. What the deal is you're supposed to facilitate that relationship, and I'm supposed to take him and have him during my time. And she's done everything in her power to keep from giving him to me during my time. For the last 10 months, I've had court orders saying I'm supposed to see my son every 2 weeks.
Okay.
I haven't seen him or talked to him on the phone at all.
Okay, well, what are the...
I have to threaten to call the cops on her in order to...
What are the procedures of the orders?
What are the procedures of the orders?
Yeah, as far as seeing your son.
We're supposed to meet...
You live in the Rancho.
So... The deal is I'm also supposed to have liberal phone calls with him, and I didn't get that for 10 months.
Okay, and why are you not getting those?
Because she's deciding to go ahead and alienate him from me.
Okay.
Telling me don't talk to him, he's crazy, and all this other crap that has been going on for 10 years. No one wants to do anything about it. She's hit him, left bruises on him, taken him out of school, and then when CPS comes to interview her, they do it in her living room right there with her present. You know, I mean, how I don't know. I don't know. What's she got to do to him? What do people got to do to my kid before my feelings start to matter?
Okay. What are the terms of the visitation?
We're supposed to meet in Los Angeles at Fresh and Easy and exchange them every other Friday night. We changed it to her brother's house. All I'm trying to do is reestablish my relationship with my son that I haven't seen in 10 months. Because the last girlfriend I had decided that she didn't like what was going on around her, flipped out and cut me with a kitchen knife. The LA County Sheriff Department let her out 4 days later, brought her to my house. I had a panic attack and left. Broke down in Kingman, Arizona, and I was homeless for 3 months.
Okay, so when you guys are supposed to meet where?
We're supposed to meet in LA. She hasn't obeyed those court orders in over a year.
Okay, did you file a report every time she didn't show up?
I was in a situation where I didn't have a vehicle anymore. So
You need a vehicle to make a report. I mean, if you guys are supposed to meet at LA to exchange,
right, I couldn't get there.
Then that's violating court orders. You should have contacted the police department.
I've done that before, and they don't do anything about it.
Okay, well, it doesn't matter. They take a report, right? They document it. Then you
All
get
I want to know,
documentation, and you show back up into court.
am I going to see my kid again ever?
I don't know what's going. I'm not in there talking to him. I don't know what's going on here.
Because that's what's going on. Is that she's doing everything in her power to keep me from seeing my son. This is a project of hers that she's been on for 10 years.
Well, we can't keep you from seeing your son.
She can. She's been doing it for over 10 months. And even though there's court orders that say she's supposed to facilitate a relationship between the two of us, she doesn't do it. And there's no consequences to her for it. She hit my child in the face. Okay. No consequences. She left a big bruise on his nipple.
Taking her back to court?
I don't have the money for a lawyer. It costs $5,000-$6,000 to take her to court. I don't have it.
Okay, because if you were to go back to court, take her back to court and show all this, and then they're going to...
You sure they're going to do anything about it?
Arrest for violating court orders.
Do they actually do that?
Yeah.
All right.
That happens all the time. They violate court orders.
You actually arrest people for violating child visitation orders.
If the judge puts a warrant out, yes.
I don't know what the extent of your conversation was.
No worries, no worries.
Okay, give me a second. I'm going to talk to my partner here.
Okay.
Okay, and then I'll let you know what we've come up with.
Okay.
Hang tight.
Yeah.
So I talked to Addison at length, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just going to be straight with you. Through everything that happened, okay, Addison feels more safe here at the house. Listen to me,
Shit.
okay? Listen,
You bought it?
okay? Listen to me, okay? Unless I have a reason to not believe him, okay, I'm going to go with what he's telling me, okay? So Addison's telling me, he says, when you guys left the pizza factory and went for a walk, you guys ended up over by the Dollar General here on 10th Street. Okay?
You want to go for a walk? Yeah.
Okay, you guys went for a walk. At some point during the walk, he decided that he was done with the visit and wanted to walk home. Okay, at that point, he's telling me that you were preventing him from walking towards the house here, and you wanted him to go another direction or wouldn't let him go
Right.
the path he wanted. Is that correct?
So the deal is that I have legal visitation rights with him. I'm supposed to have time with him. I haven't had any time with him in 10 months. And yes, I did stand in front of him so he couldn't walk past me.
Okay.
Because I didn't want him walking by himself. I wanted him to get in the truck with me, and then either A, we would go walk a different direction, go do something else. I was trying to change something because I wanted to spend some time with my son I haven't seen in 10 months. This woman here has been extremely uncooperative.
Let's not talk about her. I only spoke to Addison. I did not talk to her.
He's doing what she tells him.
We're
Listen,
talking about
listen.
what happened tonight.
All right, so, okay, yeah.
Okay, so at that point there, okay, he's saying that you prevented him from walking back to the house. Okay. Now, okay, hold on. That's good. We're moving on to the next section.
Okay.
At one point, he's saying he felt scared for his safety because you grabbed a hold of we'll just say like the fat area around his boob area or chest area and his belly. Okay. And that added to why he got scared.
Okay.
Okay. Now he corroborates what everybody else was saying, where a good Samaritan pulled up, asked if he needed help, and he felt threatened.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. The guy would kidnap my child.
Okay, well,
It ain't kidnapping if the kid willingly gets into the door. Gets inside.
So if somebody pulls up in a van and tells a kid, hey, I got some free candy, get in, that's not kidnapping?
listen, we're not going to talk apples and oranges, okay?
Okay.
Okay, let's stick to
He kidnapped my child. I didn't do anything to my son.
Okay? Your son requested that Samaritan give him a ride home. Okay? I'm just being straight with you.
Okay.
This is what came up here.
This is unbelievable.
Okay? Well, that is what
This is unbelievable.
All right? Okay, I'm giving you
Fathers have no rights. That's it. You guys, I pity you guys if you have kids, because if you guys run in the same shit, somebody grabs your kid and takes off with him, and the kid says, I feel scared, you're going to go through the same thing.
The issue at play here is, okay, he felt that your visit was over. Okay? He wanted to go to the safety of his house.
He was perfectly safe with me.
Listen.
He was perfectly safe with me.
These are his words.
This is a 14-year-old child.
14
Obviously,
years old.
5 other people didn't think he was safe because they stopped.
Okay, so let's look at who the 5 people. So they felt he was unsafe. So they decided to grab my child and drive like maniacs all over this neighborhood and try to throw his dad out of the back of the truck when his dad was trying to stop his son from getting kidnapped.
They needed to protect the kid.
Well, no, they weren't protecting the kid. They endangered his life. Well, yeah, they were taking off with my son. I was protecting my son. See, he's my son. I was protecting him.
They were protecting their son from you.
So you guys say that when they took my kid and drove like maniacs all over the neighborhood, they were protecting my son while trying to throw me out of the back of the truck, and they're good Samaritans. Okay, I got it. I got it. I got it.
Of the evidence.
We got it all on film. Got it all on film. Don't worry, guys. We got it all on film. You get to explain it to YouTube.
Okay, so
I'm fucking tired of this, man.
okay,
I'm fucking tired of this.
I'm explaining you where we're at in this investigation.
Okay.
Okay. Would you like to provide me your
Yeah.
recollection of the incident?
I was walking with my son. He was telling me that he didn't believe me, that I really got attacked by my ex-girlfriend with a knife. Now, mind you, I only got a little tiny scar on my finger from it, because when she was slashing at me, that's all she got.
Your girlfriend with your knife.
Well, what does that mean? Well, it's because my son was telling me.
About the incident today.
Right. Well, that was part of the incident. I was talking to my child about when I got attacked by the knife. Okay, yes, I was having a conversation with you. You guys asked, so I'm going to explain to you what happened. Okay, so you asked me what happened before that happened. So I was talking to my son. I told him I got attacked with a kitchen knife, and that's what happened to me, blah, blah, blah. And then he starts going off. I don't even remember what he was saying at this point, because I just had a very traumatic experience. I had some guy with tattoos on his face, high on meth, take off with my kid in a truck.
We're jumping far ahead.
Okay? Well, yeah, I'm trying to explain to you why I feel the way I do. That's part of it.
Let's talk I'm asking you if you want to give me a recollection.
Okay, the recollection is this: we went to the pizza factory. We sat in the truck and ate. I said, "What do you want to do now?" I said, "Let's go for a walk." And we were talking, and he started telling me that the stuff that I told him happened before to me wasn't true. And I said, "Yeah, it is true, dude. I was there. I experienced it. Blah blah blah." And then he started crying. Said he wanted to go to his mom's house, and he started walking away down the street. Okay, he's in my care. I don't just let my 14-year-old child walk away down the street by himself. Maybe that's what I should have done. That way you guys wouldn't be letting some guys get away with attempted kidnapping of my child. But some meth head pulls up and starts yelling at me while I'm talking to my child. Okay, when me and Addison were talking, did he tell you about the part where we hugged when we met? Did he tell you about that? No. Anyway, so we're talking, and I don't remember what he said about me. He called me a loser or some crap like that. And I'm like, hey, Addison, look, see this right here? I have a six-pack. Look at you. All right, you need to listen to me, because where you're headed is not a good place. You're going to turn 18 years old. You're not going to be able to do anything. You're going to be scared of your own shadow. You need to listen to me. That's what the conversation was about. And then this guy pulls up in a truck, starts yelling at me, accusing me of hitting my child, which I did not do. Okay. And then 3 more people show up. 2 more cars show up, and I got 5 people out there throwing fists at me. I'm the one who got assaulted here. He did not get assaulted. They did not get assaulted. I got assaulted.
Okay, well, we'll document that.
And then they tell him, get in the truck. And he gets in the truck with them. How would you guys like it if one of your children got in a truck with somebody? Let's say you pull over alongside the road because they're doing something in your car you need to put a stop to. And you pull over alongside the road and say, get out of the car, we're going to talk. And if somebody pulls up, starts threatening you, and then 2 more cars pull up, you got 5 people all trying to jump your ass, and then grab your kid in their car and take off with them, what would you do?
Well, if I'm in that scenario, I'll make the decision when I'm in that scenario, if I ever am.
Well, okay. I tried to call the police. They tried to stop me. I was on my phone. I was sitting here trying to dial 911, and they're coming up to me trying to punch me and stuff. They tried to grab my phone out of my hand.
Hey, be aware. I was on the 911 call for a good portion of it before I came up.
I get stabbed. Somebody tries to steal my kid, and no one's doing anything about any of it.
That's
ridiculous.
Deal with the incident that's here, not the stabbing. Okay? Because the stabbing did not occur in Taft, right? With your ex-girlfriend.
It's just what I've noticed is happening with all the law enforcement in California. Somebody tries to murder you, you let him go. Somebody steals your kid, you let him go. And then I'm the fucking guy who gets accused of everything afterward.
You can take that up with your representative. Let's deal with with what we're dealing with at hand here. Okay.
I will.
At the point that Addison wanted to walk home, okay, and you didn't want him to walk home.
Yeah, because he's my child. He's 14. He's a minor.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah. I have a right to say what he can't do at that age. Yes.
When you were yelling at him.
I wasn't yelling at him.
Okay. When you raised your voice.
I didn't raise my voice at him.
Okay. Based on what your comment was, when you were talking about the 6-pack, do you think it was appropriate to squeeze his belly fat?
Are you saying that I committed a crime by doing that?
I'm just asking. Do you think that's reasonable to do that?
After what he said to me, yeah. In any other state, he would have got his face slapped off.
Okay.
For that.
In grabbing and squeezing belly fat?
Is he injured?
Well, he's pretty scared.
He's pretty scared because I grabbed his belly fat?
He's scared. Absolutely. Okay.
No, he's putting on an act in front of you guys.
How often do you see him?
I haven't seen him in 10 months.
Okay, then maybe he's not very much aware of you. You know what I mean?
Oh my God, he's 14 years old. I spent a solid 9 years before that seeing him every other weekend. And then I had a girlfriend who didn't want to give me a ride to come pick him up anymore.
This is the first time you see him in 10 months.
Yeah, I have a 4-year-old.
And you squeeze his belly fat and stuff like that?
Well, no. You see, that's not what I did immediately after I saw him.
That's not how you repair relationships with someone.
Okay. Well, I can't repair a relationship with him anyway because every time I talk to him, he's accusing me of stuff I didn't do. His mom won't let him fucking talk to me. She won't let me have his school records or anything else. That's because she's hiding the fact she took him out of school 20 days a year. And you talk to your representative, call CPS, call these other people. No one's doing their job. No one's doing anything about it. Okay, and my kid acts like I'm the biggest asshole on earth. I have a 4-year-old child down in Chula Vista I just saw yesterday. I had a great time with him. His mom doesn't do this crap. She doesn't tell him I'm a bad guy and all this other crap. That one does. Okay, everything you heard from him today was because of years of her influence on him. She's a Jehovah's Witness. I left that cult because I got tired of dealing with their crap. After a while, I figured out it was a cult and I left. And then they disfellowshipped me. That means, hey, he's shunned. You can't talk to him. He's a total scumbag now. And she's been telling him ever since then that I'm a total scumbag because I left that cult. And then she got kicked out of it.
Okay, so let's not talk about your ex and all this stuff.
Well, you guys made the comment, this is how you rebuild your relationship with your kid. I want to give you some background of what's been transpiring before this date. Okay. Basically, this woman has been able to get away with murder, and no one's doing anything about it. Okay. She hits him and leaves bruises on him, nothing. She takes him out of school for no reason, nothing. She forgets to give him his medication while he's got valley fever and he almost dies, nothing.
Okay, Stephen, any allegation that was made in the past?
Oh, of course, it's long gone now.
Listen,
yeah, you guys planned it that way.
Law enforcement has investigated.
that was the plan when the complaints came up years ago. We'll just let it go, and it'll be in the past soon.
I just want to ask you one final thing. Why do you think up to 5 vehicles stopped to aid?
Because they're idiots.
But why do you think?
I had one person telling me, hey, that stuff you're telling your 14-year-old child, I wish you'd come tell mine that. That's what a lady told me across the street while I was talking to him.
Okay. Multiple callers called to report that you were in the process of assaulting your son.
Oh, really?
This is what happened. Why do you think that 5?
Because they're nuts.
Okay. Do you
Multiple people said that Brett Kavanaugh raped what's her name too, and that didn't happen.
Okay, listen, we're going on.
Yeah, no, we're not going on a tangent. This is their mentality out here.
You have all of his information.
I got his name, date of birth.
So here's what
address,
we're going to do.
phone number.
Okay. I'm going to document the details of what happened today.
Okay.
Okay. At that point, I will submit it to the route it goes, which goes to the Kern County District Attorney.
Okay. So nothing's going to happen.
Listen, if the Kern County District Attorney determines that there is the elements of a crime are met, at that point, then we will contact you. But I will tell you this, okay? What you have done, your portion of this.
My portion of this.
Your portion of this, okay, constitutes the assault of your child, okay, by grabbing your child in the manner you did, by preventing your child from going the direction he chose to go, okay, in the circumstance that was there, that constitutes a crime of false imprisonment, okay? However,
with my 14-year-old child.
The details of this here, we're going to allow the Kern County District Attorney to look at this. As far as the Good Samaritan, we're going to call him.
The meth head who kidnapped my child and tried to kill me by throwing me out of the back of his pickup truck when I was trying to stop him from kidnapping my child?
According to witness statements, okay? According to witness statement.
They're going to tell you the truth, obviously.
Listen,
they're not going to tell you they committed a crime.
According to your son sought the shelter of a Samaritan's car, okay, to
This is ridiculous.
Home.
This is ridiculous.
I'm putting it out here as it is.
It's ridiculous.
Okay? So at that point here, everything...
This is total father's rights issue right here.
Everything will be documented. I'm not here to judge you on how you're raising or not raising, or I'm not here to debate religions, and I'm not here to debate...
Right. How about this? Okay? This woman actually put bruises on him. She did more than just grab his belly fat. She actually grabbed his nipple and twisted it while driving 75 miles an hour down the freeway.
That was investigated.
It was not investigated. It was mishandled.
Okay, listen.
It was mishandled. It was mishandled.
When you had called about 2 years ago, year and a half, 2 years ago, okay, the claims that were made at that time were investigated.
And you guys did nothing. And I'm being told that I committed a crime by barely touching him, and she can go ahead and twist his nipple and smack him in the face, and she doesn't get arrested. That's not a crime.
Okay, listen.
Neglecting my child's education and his health so he almost dies, that's not a crime.
Stephen.
But what I did, that's a crime.
Stephen.
Disciplining my child for talking back to me is a crime. What she did is not a crime.
Okay, listen. We're not here. We're not placing you under arrest.
Okay.
Okay? We're documenting the details and forwarding over. Okay?
Okay.
Do we have a good phone number to keep in touch with?
Oh, yeah.
Do we have a good phone number for you?
So I guess that's it. She can just do whatever she wants about the court orders, and I don't ever get to see my kid again?
Listen, nobody's saying that, okay?
That's what you effectively just made happen. That's what you're enforcing, is her right to keep me from seeing my kid rather than my right to see my kid.
I would encourage you to go to family law, and if you want to change the terms of your visitation, do that. But understand...
You know, she gets $300 a month out of me to do this shit. She's actually getting paid to do this,
Stephen, Addison is 14 years old, okay? Addison is not 4 years old. He's 14 years old. He's able to transform into being a young man now, okay?
Except that he's isolated here by himself. He's got no friends. He's not been allowed to have any friends in 10 years. All right, he's been depressed for a year. Everyone who's talked to him on the phone that I've talked to over the past year has told me he's extremely depressed. Okay, and then when he's around me, I was happy before you showed up, Dad. And his mom over there has been telling him bad stuff about me that's not true for the last 10 years. Okay, and no one's doing anything about that. She is actually assaulted. She has actually physically assaulted my child multiple times. Multiple times. She's left bruises on him.
Okay.
She's taken him out of school. She almost died from valley fever because she forgot to give him his medication for 3 days.
Okay, Steven. All we're gonna do is talk in circles right here. Okay?
Oh yeah, I know. I just want to make sure I'm getting this all recorded.
Okay, that's fine. Are you okay if we give you a ride back to your truck?
I can walk.
Would you like to walk?
Oh, I'd like to walk. Thank you.
Okay, I'm gonna give you a business card. Okay, that business card is going to have reference the case that this will be documented in there.
Okay.
Is that fine?
Yeah, please. I know it's not your guys' fault. You're just doing your job.
Well, thank you.
Fuck, man. Can she get in some trouble for some stuff she does sometimes? I mean, can I take my child somewhere and have spend some time with him without being falsely accused of crap I didn't do?
Well, it's never good to put your hands on someone in public. You know what I mean? These guys, these people do not even know you are the father. How do they know you're the father? They just see some guy.
They don't do this
could
back
be
east.
harassed.
If you discipline your child, I was in Arizona and I watched people spank their kids in public and not get harassed by strangers.
Well, this is
And then no one's kid got in a car with a stranger and drove off.
Okay,
I mean,
well, this is
put yourself in my
California.
shoes. Some stranger pulls up and drives off my kid.
All right, well, put yourself in their shoes when somebody, they drive by and see some grown man harassing what looks like...
Well, they should have called the police.
This kid.
They should have called the police instead of assaulting me.
There was many.
There was a lot of
Okay.
them.
Yeah, I hate California. You guys are nuts out here.